You get there and there are very long queues, no buses for people.
Election has become like auction.
Without money, the doctors can't take good care of you.
Korruption foregår på alle niveauer i samfundet, også i hverdagen. Men hvordan påvirker hverdagskorruption den enkelte? Trafikken i og omkring Accra er meget tæt. Richard tager offentlig bus til og fra studiet, men det er ikke altid nemt at komme med bussen. En morgen oplever Richard, at nogle passagerer har fortrinsret til bussen.
In the morning, you get to this station and they are supposed to make sure they provide buses for you to travel to wherever you are going to. But most times you get there and there are very long queues, no buses for people, and no one is asking why. And those responsible for providing the buses are also not telling us anything. There are a few people who are in the queue, but you realize that others are also boarding the cars from where we don't know. Someone somewhere is making sure people who might pay something extra are given priority. Or even you might be in a queue and then you realize immediately a car comes to stand there. And some people who were seated, who were not in the queue, are apparently joining the bus even before you, the person in the queue. And the station master or the head of the station will be like, oh, they were here before, blah, blah, blah. But these are all issues of petty corruption that we don't really talk about. Okay, this is the situation here, and I'm here, I'm a victim. What do I do? So I approached the station master and asked him why we've been here since morning, there's no bus coming, and what is he doing about it? Then he said, young man, if you feel you can speak some good English and you feel you are a hero, just leave here and go and find yourself a bus. If you can't wait in the queue, just leave. So at that moment, I became a bit aggressive, but in a positive way, not that violent. Trying to ask him, it's your duty to provide us with buses. It's your duty to make sure we leave here in the morning. That's why this station is here. So before the man could really raise his voice on me again, I had like 3, 4, 5 people joining me, saying, yeah, that's true. What the boy is saying is true. You should provide us with the buses, you know. And before I realized, the whole people were like, yeah, you people are here doing nothing. And that was when I realized the power of someone taking an initiative. So after a bit of noise and all that, and there's 2 to 3 minutes, there were about 3, 4 buses came, and everyone got on board and then on our way to our workplaces.
Contrary to all the views that the political parties are trying to run away from, corruption has become entrenched in the country in which we find ourselves.
Under et valg i bydelen Nima kritiserede Industri en politiker for ikke at gøre noget for lokalbefolkningen.
You need to see the people in town. People are heartbreakingly poor. People are living in serious quagmire. So I came out to tell him that he has failed us woefully. He has not given us any better representation. Now he told me when he grabbed the mic to respond that the people would decide whether he had failed us or not. That is the delegates. And from what he said, you could see he had other plans. A week after that, fresh laptops, fresh RLG laptops were given to youth organizers. And these were about 125 youth organizers of the various branches. They were given each fresh laptops. Now, on the eve of the election, my friends here are witnesses to it. The sharing of the things happened at a house just a few blocks away from here. Yani, chairman of the branches, the various branches, we had about 400 and something branches. Now the chairman of the various branches were given $100 each. $100 each with super designed wristwatches. Secretaries were also given $100 with super designed wristwatches. Women organizers who were also part of the delegates were given 100 Ghana cedis with cloth. And the youth organizers also were already given fresh laptops. They were given $100 to each. Now, this was what happened seriously. And the day of the election, the whole election moved. The vote swung seriously towards the one who won the election. The first person had 215 votes. The second person had 185 votes. Now, the other 2 persons who were part of the race, who weren't able to give the monies, they had 30 votes and 18 votes respectively. Election has become like auction. The highest bidder wins the election. If you can pay more, So our democracy has become, as the former president of Ghana said, President Kofo, he said moneycracy. It has become moneycracy. If you can pay more, you win the election.
Selvom der er offentlige hospitaler, kan det koste penge i Ghana at få lægehjælp.
Everything is not free in Ghana here. That was last week Friday. My wife just delivered a bouncing baby boy. She has the health insurance. She has all the hospital items, but when she was removed, I have to pay a money of 300 Ghana cedis before she came back to house. The doctors and the nurses have to tell you that when you don't have money, then you have to go back to house. You have to go back to your various houses. So when like this you want to visit the hospital, you have to put money in your pocket and you have to send it to the hospital. Without money, the doctors can't take good care of you. You'll be dying in the hospital. So when you want to visit the hospital, you have to pay money before going to the hospital.
Ifølge Samuel koster det penge at få dækket selv de mest basale behov.
You want to go to hospital, you have to pay. School, you have to pay. You want to fetch water, you have to pay. You want to go to the toilet too, you have to pay. Everything you want to do in Ghana here, you have to pay.
I do not be more no. Con you want to